It's December in the pig barn, and reproduction stage has started. We've already burned through 6,000 liters of corn in 1 month. And if this keeps up and we hit 500 pigs, which we will, I'm not sure this 181,000 liters of corn is going to last. And I got to figure out a plan. So, we're going to exit this pig barn, hop in the tractor. I've already got one trailer full of silage bales because they're ready to be sold. And we are going to drive to the bale sell point and start this selling of our silage to give us some money. Now, off camera, between episode 3 and 4, I bought 2 more fields, and I'll show those to you as we drive by. They both had corn on them, and that gave us the extra 70,000 liters that we needed, or to help us, maybe, make it through until October of next year. I'm really not sure that we're going to make it, and I'm getting kind of nervous. I don't want to slow down the reproduction phase of the animals, because that's where we really start making our money. They start reproducing, they're growing, they keep growing, and we sell them at 2 years old. Basically 26 months. So, like I said, off camera, I did a couple contracts and I bought a couple more fields. So we'll pull over here to the side real quick and let me show you what we did. So we bought field 9 and field 10. So field 9 was 10 acres and field 10 was 12.19 acres. Now, what I have done is combine them and made this into one big field. So now we have one big field. As you can see, as we're driving down the road here, the plow is hooked up to the other tractor because we plowed them together. I'm going to set the spreader up with some lime and get this field limed and probably get the field fully plowed off camera again. Like I said, I just feel like field work isn't really important for you guys to watch, and I'd rather just do it off camera, throw some music on my headset, and just feel that farm vibe. Sit in the tractor and plow our fields. Like I said, it's December, and the winter months are coming, and we got to make it through. The next real big thing that we're going to be doing is planting in the month of April. So we have some months to kill. I'm not sure where episode 5 is going to take us yet. If I'll just skip a bunch of months and bring you back into the month of April and show you a corn planting season. I just haven't figured out my game plan yet. But I know for now, in this episode, we got to get this silage sold. And the best place that's giving us money is the bale sell point. So as we roll in here to the bale sell point, that's our last 17 bales of the 37 bales that we had. They're selling for $122 per 1,000 liters. And so our total is $45,496, which isn't bad. It's hard mode. Things are hard in the game, just like it says. You don't get huge prices for things. If this had been a normal difficulty or easy difficulty, we probably would have doubled our money in normal and tripled our money in easy mode. So that's why silage is one of those things where you can make a ton of money on. And again, we didn't do anything to the fields. We just cut them and made our bales. And because it took so long to make the bales, because of the size I took and blah, 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 there we are. But speaking of doing fields, so this is a natural state cornfield. It's just the corn husks being cut all the way to the ground. And so to fix our yield problem, which we had on episode 3, where we were getting 58%, 56% yield and it was in red, there's a process. And the process is we lime the field. So we're putting pH in the ground, which gives the ground nutrients to give us 100% yield. And then we'll plow it, and we're going to weed it. You're going to see that all in this clip. And that's how you get really good yield. I will show you when we do our next harvest in October how much better the yield is going to be. We're going to be somewhere in the 100 to 125% yield for our cornfields. And that's amazing. So as I run over this trailer and I fill this up again, each one of these bags is 2,000 liters. I think they cost, I don't know, $360 a bag or something like that. So I think I had 18 bags on here to fill this field up. So it's a good chunk of change. We will do maintenance passes after every single harvest. And after every third harvest, so that we don't have to do it after every third harvest, is what I meant to say. We do maintenance passes after every single harvest. It keeps the lime in the ground, and we don't have to do it any other way. So it's just an easy strat to have. A lot of farm sim players do it, and we implement it into our game, and that's kind of where we are. You know, we need to get the most yield we can get to keep these pigs full. I'm wondering if we're going to have enough food to feed our pigs all the way through until October of next year. So as I drop off the spreader and I pick up the plow and I'm turning the corner here, I'm realizing, shoot, I got weeds. And that's the black stuff in the ground right there. Those are weeds. So we need to weed first before we plow. So I grab the weeder, hook it up to the other small tractor, hire a worker, and he's going to run 15 miles an hour up and down this field and get it done for us. As you can see, the weeds are now gone in that certain section, and now we're going to plow. But first, we're going to chase those pigs out of the field. The weeding is just what happens. You know, it's part of the process. That's how we get 100% in our precision farming score. I'll go into that a little more detail in the next episode, talking about what we need to do over time to get 100%. And when you get 100% yield, 100% in precision farming, you get a big bonus at the end every time you sell something. So it's called the environmental score, and that adds to your total. So as you can see here, I drop down the plow and I'm plowing along and everything is good. And then I have this entry point here. I drive over the top of it and realize that that's going to be a problem when it comes time for a harvest. So I hit the construction tool and I go and I soften up the ground, and then I'm going to make the ground sink basically. And then I'm going to soften it again, and then I'm going to run the plow over it. But there's a button that I have to hit that says create a field. And that's what I just did. I created a field there. So you'll see later on down the line when we get some more fields that we'll create fields. We'll take spaces in between the fields and we'll put them together to make some mega fields. And that's just freeing up extra space on the map and getting more yield. That's what we do. So that's how we make things bigger and better in Farm Sim. As I'm driving this tractor and this plow back to the home base and I drop it off, you know, it's December, and that thought in my mind of not having enough pig food, corn, to get through until our next harvest in October. You know, we ended the month of November with 188,882 liters of corn. We started the month of December with 181,000 liters of corn. And you're going to see, I'm going to open up the graph here, and we're going to look at it, and it's sitting at 174,000. I'm sorry, 179,332. But we're going to sleep, and this is the first month, I should say, from December to January, that we have full-size pigs. They're adult-sized pigs, and they consume about 50 to 60 liters a month. Because remember, one day in game is a month. So I wake up, open up the laptop, and check on the pigs. And we're sitting at 174,322 liters. Dang it. As I pat myself on the forehead. this isn't going to last. I got to figure out a game plan. I got to do something. But I don't want to break our rules. Our rules are we're only going to feed our pigs corn. And we're at 50% reproduction. So February is going to be 75. March, we're going to have babies, 250 more. And those babies eat about, I think, 10 to 15 liters a day. So a month. So take that 15 times 250. Add that to the 50 liters each adult pig eats. We start putting that together, and it's going to be pretty close. I've done some numbers offline, and I'm not going to divulge that information yet, but I think we're going to be pretty close, and I'm kind of sweating bullets. So we'll take a look at our cows here, and I think they're sitting at about 14,000 liters of milk. We're just going to let them continue to do their thing and eat. They're at 30% reproduction, so they have a little bit to go. And we're just going to let them do their thing. Milk selling for $700 a liter right now. But we really don't need any money. We just need time. And so I think that's where we're going to go with episode 5. I think we're going to maybe just show you guys a monthly update on the pig food total. And then we'll start our corn harvest in April. Not sure yet, but thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed episode 4 and the voiceover. Link and subscribe. Have a great day.